Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video I'm going to be configuring protocol independent multicast sparse mode, PIM sparse mode. And the main difference between PIM sparse mode and PIM dense mode is that where PIM dense mode, if you watch my multicast lab 1, you can see PIM dense mode floods the network with traffic, and you use that on a network where most of your hosts will be partaking in multicast traffic. PIM sparse mode is the opposite. It won't join a multicast group unless the router actually has hosts off of it that it knows that are wanting to join the group. So it kind of prunes the network even farther, and it'll only allow hosts to join the group through what's called a rendezvous point, and that's what you can set up on the router. And basically the rendezvous point just listens to determine if there's hosts that it knows about that need the traffic. So what we're going to do here is, and if that does happen, if there's a host that needs the traffic that it learns about, it'll go ahead and start flooding the traffic to the multicast host for the source group that the host is wanting to join. And we'll take a look at this actions here now. What you can see here, I just got a real simple network: router 1, router 2, and router 3. Router 1 is the source. Okay, that's going to be, we're going to source the traffic from R1, and what we're going to do is we're going to have R3 join the multicast group. So what we're going to do first here is we're just going to set up our basic configuration here with the interfaces, and then we're going to go ahead and enable our internet, our IGP, our interior gateway protocol. We're just going to be using OSPF. We're going to enable it on all our interfaces. We're going to create loopback interfaces here and advertise them into OSPF as well. And okay, let's see. Let's get started here. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to do a couple of configuration changes here just to speed up the process. Okay, I'm back. What I did was I just pretty much did all the basic config. Now I'm just configuring router 3. Router 1 and router 2 have been configured with the interfaces, and the interior gateway protocol has been configured as well. So I'm just finishing up here with router 3. Okay, all of the routers have the loopback address assigned to them. Router 1, loopback 0 is 1.1.1.1. Router 2's is loopback 0 is 2.2.2.2, and router 3's is 3.3.3.3. And also I have on router 3 an additional loopback to simulate my host that's going to join the multicast session. That's on loopback 20. And then I also have the source of the traffic, multicast traffic, is on router 1, and that's off of the loopback 10 address. So again, loopback 0 on router 3 here is going to be 3.3.3.3. Then I'm going to go ahead and configure my interfaces. Fast Ethernet 0.0 is connected to router 1. So I know that's in the range over here of 192.168 dot. For some reason I named it 20 here. I go ahead and change this. This should be give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I got a little mixed up here on my my network that I made. I just made a couple of revisions. The network between router 1 and 2, they're on the subnet 12. Between 2 and 3 is 23, and in between 1 and 3 is on 13. So I went ahead and updated all the routers, and I'm on router 1 right now. And if I do a show IP routes, you can see that I have full reachability throughout the network. So what it looks like here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just test it. So we got to make sure we have IP reachability before we can before we can start configuring multicast to work. We need to make sure we have our IGP reachability. So from router 1, I'm going to do a ping to router 3. I'm just going to ping 3.3.3.3. I have reachability. I'm going to ping router 2's loopback. I have reachability there. So overall, it looks like we have reachability throughout the network. To enable multicast on the router, we're just going to do the command IP multicast routing from global config, and then from here, what we're going to do to enable the type of multicast routing we're doing, we're going to go under the interfaces. I'm going to go under interface FA00, and we're going to be running IP protocol independent multicast. We're going to be running sparse mode, also on FA01. So IP PIM sparse mode. And if I do a do show IP interface brief, you can see what you can see here is the my loopback 10. I'm also going to put that into add that to the configuration in the sparse mode. So interface loopback 10, IP PIM sparse mode. Alright, so I'm on router 2. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to advertise. First I'm going to enable multicast routing on the router. So it's IP multicast routing from global config. Then I'm going to go into my fast Ethernet interfaces and do the command IP PIM sparse mode. You can see there I got my first neighbor adjacency has come up for sparse mode. So now what I'm going to do is enable sparse mode on the fast Ethernet 01 interface here. So that's done. So if I do a show IP PIM neighbors, I can verify my PIM neighbors are out. So you see here my neighbor to router 1 is reachable via fast Ethernet 00. So I'm going to go to router 3 and finish this off here. Again, from global config, enable IP multicast routing. Then I'm going to go into my fast Ethernet interfaces and enable sparse mode. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Is we're going to be using sparse mode. You can see my neighbor tree.